Welcome to this short yoga practice to energise the body. This would be really good to do every morning or every evening, but particularly in the morning, perhaps when you get out of bed, just to energise and stretch through the whole body. You just need a mat, no other props required. So we're going to start on the back of the body. Just going to come to draw the knees in towards the chest. We're just going to come to take a few breaths. So just draw your knees in, interlace the hands around the shins. Draw the knees in towards the body. You might just want to lift the forehead up a tiny bit. Perhaps just rock gently from side to side. Slowly lower the head back down. Release the shoulders. Close down through the eyes. Take a few breaths. Perhaps inhaling through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale again through the nose. Exhale. Inhale through the nose, last one. Exhale. And now just allow your breath to come back to its natural rhythm. Just soften the body, allowing the breath to go wherever it needs to within your body. And just notice how you're feeling this morning or this evening, whenever you're doing this practice. Notice any niggles, any tension, any aches or pains you might have. And maybe just send your breath to those areas and try and soften them a tiny bit more. And just be mindful of them as we practice today. So now just take one hand to each knee, or each shin I guess, really just on the inside or top of the knees. We're just going to circle the knees, starting to open out a little bit through the hips. So slowly, carefully drawing the knees towards you, taking them out to the side, away from you, and then drawing them together and back up towards the body. So slowly, carefully, the circles can be as small or as large as you want them to be. Just take it steady. Keep breathing. Always important to keep breathing. Don't forget your breath. And let's change direction. So next time the knees are towards the body, I was going to say in the centre, but towards the body, draw them away from me this time. Then take them out to the side and back into the chest. So we just reverse the direction. So we're just gently opening out through the hips. A couple more here. Last one. Draw the knees back in towards the chest. Perhaps give yourself a little hug one last time. Then let's drop the left foot to the mat. Take the right ankle onto the left thigh. Come into one of my favourite poses. So it's figure 4 or supine pigeon, I guess. So we're just going to have the right knee coming out to the side. Keep the right foot flexed. So if you can feel a stretch here and this is enough, then you stay exactly here just for a few breaths. Or you might want to lift the left foot off the floor, interlace the hands behind the left thigh, draw the knee in towards the chest. Try not to clench through the jaw, don't hold too much tension through the shoulders. Breathe. Another couple of breaths here. Last one. Slowly lower the left foot back to the mat, release the hands. Let's take the right leg up towards the ceiling, place the hands behind the right thigh, press that heel up towards the ceiling so the toes are coming down towards you. Soft bend in the knee, draw the leg towards the body as you push that heel away. Again, keep the shoulders on the mat, relax through the jaw. Breathe. More breath. Release the hands, release the foot back down. Come to bring the feet a little bit closer to the bottom. You should just about be able to touch your heels with your fingertips. Draw the shoulders underneath you. We're going to come to bridge. So you're going to push through the feet. Draw the hips off the floor, tuck through the tailbone, draw the navel towards the spine. Lift the hips off the floor, gently pressing the hands into the mat. Exhale, slowly lower the hips back down. Allow the spine to come back onto the floor to its natural curve. We go again, we inhale, tilt the pelvis, draw the navel towards the spine, lift the hips, squeeze the thighs, pressing the feet into the floor, keeping the thighs, the knees about hip distance apart, not allowing them to splay out to the side. Hold it here for another breath. Let's slowly release back down to the floor. Reset back to that natural curve. Then we're going to do those leg hip stretches, apologies, on the other side. So bring the left ankle onto the right thigh. Feel that stretch, that opening through the left hip flexor. Flex through the left foot. Breathe here, decide whether this is enough, and then you can always draw that right leg in if you want to. Interlace the hands behind the thigh. Draw it in towards the body, take a few breaths. Releasing through the jaw, the face, the shoulders are soft. One more breath here. Slowly release the right foot to the floor. Release the hands. Take the left leg up towards the ceiling this time. Charge the foot towards the ceiling. Toes coming down to the body, towards the body. Tiny bend of the knee. Draw the leg towards the chest as you push that heel away. You'll feel that stretch down the back of the leg, through the hamstring, through the calf muscle. Breathe. Again, keeping the jaw, the face, the shoulders soft. Let's slowly release that foot to the floor. Reset to our bridge, so bring the feet in slightly so you can just touch those heels. Inhale, draw the belly in, lift the hips, come up to your bridge. See if you can come a little bit higher. Perhaps you want to come onto the arms a little bit more, so draw the shoulder blades under the body, perhaps interlace the fingers, push down into the forearms, coming up a little bit higher onto the shoulders, opening out a bit more through the chest. Take a breath here. Exhale, we lower down. Release the hands. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Draw the forehead up towards the knees. Gently rock from side to side. So we're going to make our way up to seated from here. So we're just going to rock along the spine a couple of times. Coming all the way up to a seated position. I'm going to sit on a couple of blocks, because those of you that practice with me regularly know that I tend to dump into my spine if I don't sit on something, so please do go ahead and do that yourself if you want to. I'm going to come to a cross-legged position, or you might want to have the legs out in front of you, which is also absolutely fine. You're going to inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, walk the hands away from you, coming forwards, just into a little forward fold. Breathe, draw the shoulders away from the ears, relaxing through the hands. Facial muscles are soft. You're feeling an opening through the hips again. You'll probably feel sensations through the lower spine because you're leaning forwards. Breathe. Inhale. Walk the hands all the way back up towards the body. We're then going to slowly come to a twist. So we're going to inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand comes to the right knee. Right hand comes behind you and just twist to the right hand side. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Breathe. Inhale, come back through center, reach those arms high. Exhale, take it the other way. Left hand comes behind you. Breathe. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, release the hands down. Come onto all fours. So slowly and carefully, however you want to get there, moving any blocks out of the way. I'm going to come down to all fours. I'm going to start to float the knees. So we're going to work through the core here. So it's called floating table. So let's make sure we spread through the fingers. Knees are under the hips, wrists are under the shoulders. Draw the elbows together so you're nice and strong through the arms. I'm going to tuck the toes. We're going to inhale, draw the belly in, and we're just going to hover the knees to come to our floating table. Draw that belly up. Breathe here. Exhale, slowly lower the knees. So we're going to go again. This time we're going to hover the knees and hold for a breath, and we're going to push up to plank. So let's reset through the hands. Draw the belly in. Lift the knees, hover them. Take a breath. We're then going to push back to plank. So I need to step my feet a little bit further back to come to a comfortable plank. So the elbows are still drawn together. Breathe. They're going to hover the knees down a little bit again. So draw the belly up, hover the knees down. Breathe. Then we're going to push back to downward facing dog. Hips up towards the sky. Breathe. Let's come forwards to plank. Bend through the knees. Float. Hover the knees. Draw up through the belly. Come back to plank. Push back to downward facing dog. Bend through the knees. You want to just pedal through the feet a few times, maybe get length through the back of the legs, and then come to stillness. Inhale here. Exhale through the mouth. Let's slowly drop the knees to the floor. Push back to child's pose just for a couple of breaths. Making any little wrist circles you might want to, or perhaps just flex and extend the fingers. Warming up through the hands before we come onto all fours again. Let's come forwards onto all fours. So this time, we're going to push up to downward facing dog. We're going to lift one leg, step it through to come to a lunge twist and a high lunge. So let's tuck the toes, walk the hands slightly further forwards maybe. Hover those knees, push the hips up towards the sky to come to downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Lift the right leg up towards the ceiling. Step it through to the front of your mat. You can always drop to all fours and step it through from all fours. That's absolutely fine too. Find your balance, set through the feet. Left hand's going to come to the inside of the right foot. You're going to sweep up with the right arm. Push that back heel away from you. Reach up with the fingers. Breathe here. Exhale, drop the hands back down to the floor. Come up to high lunge. So we're going to push through that back foot. Come all the way up. Reach the arms. Drop the weight down slightly. Make sure the front knee's over the front ankle. Breathe here. Take another breath. Inhale, step to the front of the mat. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, draw the arms up. Exhale, bring them behind you. Open out through the chest. Draw the hands towards the floor. Take a breath. Inhale, draw the arms all the way back up. Exhale, reach the hands behind you again, interlace the fingers. Inhale. Exhale, we fold forwards. The hands come up towards the ceiling, opening out through the shoulders. Breathe. Take another breath here. Exhale, release the hands down towards the floor. Inhale, come to your half lift, draw the shoulders down. Exhale, we fold. Step back to plank. Breathe here, push the heels away from you. Let's drop the hips towards the floor, untuck the toes, come to a high cobra. Release the shoulders. Breathe. Tuck the toes, come all the way back up through downward facing dog. This time we're going to lift the left leg lifts. Step it all the way through to the top of the mat. Come to high lunge on this side, but for now we're going to twist. Right hand's going to come on the inside of the left foot. Left arm's going to reach all the way up. Push into the ground through that right hand. Press that back heel away from you. Breathe. Fingers high. Exhale, bring the hand down, frame the front foot. Come up to your high lunge. Find your balance. Drop the weight slightly back. not back, front knees over front ankle. Draw the shoulders down and lift the arms all the way up. Keep breathing. Inhale, step to the top of the mat. Oh, nearly fell over there. Top of the mat. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Open out through the heart space. Inhale, draw the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands come down, interlace the fingers. Inhale. Exhale, we fold forwards. Press through the feet. Breathe. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to fold. Step back to your plank. Making sure you're pressing those back heels away from you. Drop the knees, untuck the toes. Come to your cobra. Tuck the toes. Come back all the way up through downward facing dog. Take another breath here. Slowly drop the knees. Come to child's pose. Push the hands away from you, or reach the hands away from you, I should say. Perhaps coming onto the fingertips, feel the stretch down the back of the body, through the side of the body, through the armpits. Allow the head to rest on the floor. Deep breaths. Inhale, walk the hands back towards the body. Roll through the shoulders. Come to sit perhaps on the heels, or perhaps you might want to be sitting with the legs crossed. That's absolutely fine. Entirely up to you. Come to a comfortable position anyway. So you're relaxed, shoulders are down. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, draw the arms down, really strong through the arms. Inhale one more time. Exhale, bring the hands down through heart center. Press the fingertips together gently. Thank you for joining me for this short energizing practice. Namaste.